Can Sonic beat Majora's Mask? In today's video, we're going to be scaling Sonic Adventure's Sonic to see if it can beat Majora.
I made a similar video like this. Instead of Sonic is Link inside of Sonic Adventure. Go check it out. But anyway, let's jump right into the video.
First, let's take a look at what Majora does in this story. He creates a hole that Link falls into, which leads into Termina. This is a massive example of his spatial manipulation. Termina isn't just a cave or a small area. It's a huge, fully functional world, basically a warped mirror of Hyrule. People look familiar but have completely different lives and memories. Just being able to create a parallel world like this is insane, and it puts Majora at a dimensional level threat. He's not just messing with Link, he's warping reality itself. Then, when it comes to messing with Link, Majora can literally hack people's minds. For example, he traps Link in his own subconscious, filling him with intense fear and making him run from giant scrubs. When Link finally escapes, he's been mentally altered on the spot, essentially fully transformed into a Deku scrub. This shows Majora isn't just physically powerful, he's a master of psychological manipulation, adding another layer to his dimensional level threat. Then maybe it's already obvious, but Majora can even teleport Link's horse Epona directly to Romani Ranch, and he was just on her at that time. This isn't just about speed, it's another clear example of his spatial manipulation, showing he can instantly move people or objects across space without physically traveling himself. Now, when we look at Termina, there's a huge menacing moon hovering above, and Majora is controlling it, planning to crash it into the land, and if it does crash into the land like he plans, this is a planetary level feat. Since he created this world, that also means he's responsible for creating its inhabitants and its enemies. Take Odolwa, for example. A warrior who can summon fire-filled bugs, has strong combat skills, and moves so fast he leaves an afterimage. These aren't just random creatures. These are beings Majora shaped and placed in this world. And if this is the kind of enemy he can create on a whim, imagine what he can do if he really wanted to. In the final battle, Majora is able to hit Link with light beam attacks and attack him and spin over to him from across the room. Then after being beaten, he's able to transform into Majora's incarnation. In this form, he is terrifying and runs on two legs, and when he runs, you can see his afterimage, which you have to be insanely fast to have an afterimage. Also, while in this form, he's able to spam these light ball attacks at you. And when I say spam, it's a spam. Then its final transformation, Majora's Wrath. In this form, his tentacles are whipping across the entire space everywhere, and he's moving very quickly. And if he grabs you, you can get very unlucky. But once he is defeated, he literally evaporates while shaking the entire moon. Then, right after he evaporates, he leaves a huge light beam coming from the top of the moon, also getting rid of the moon, like the moon just straight up started disintegrating.
Sonic the Hedgehog is known for its incredible speed and for saving small animals from the evil menace known as Dr. Eggman. But what happens if Sonic were dropped into an entirely different world, the land of Termina, and forced to confront a reality warping entity like Majora? To answer whether Sonic could survive something like that, we first need to break down Sonic's strength and durability using Sonic Adventure lore. In Sonic Adventure, Sonic's physical abilities are far beyond anything a normal hedgehog should be capable of. One of the clearest examples of this is the destruction of the egg carrier, Dr. Eggman's massive flying battleship. This isn't a small vehicle or a simple robot. It's a heavily armed warship designed to dominate the skies and threaten entire regions. Sonic is the primary reason the egg carrier is destroyed, systematically damaging his weapons, engines, and internal systems until the ship becomes critically unstable. As a direct result of Sonic's actions, the egg carrier collapses and crashes into the ocean. What makes this even more impressive is that Sonic survives the destruction of the egg carrier itself, and then survives falling from the ship afterwards without being incapacitated. Falling from a massive flying battleship and continue on as if nothing happened shows an extreme level of durability. This demonstrates that Sonic can withstand massive blunt force impacts, explosions, and high altitude falls. Sonic's durability is further reinforced by his encounters with Knuckles the Echidna. Knuckles is not just strong, he's absurdly powerful. He's capable of shattering giant stone blocks and drilling himself deep into solid ground using nothing but his fist. When Sonic and Knuckles fight each other, they don't just trade light blows. Their attacks clash with such force that both of them are sent flying backwards from the impact alone. The fact that Sonic can withstand direct hits from Knuckles and even match him in a raw physical clash shows that Sonic's durability is firmly in the high tier superhuman range. These are attacks that can pulverize solid rock, yet Sonic tanks them and keeps fighting. While Sonic does not fight Chaos 2, that belongs to Knuckles. This actually strengthens the overall scaling. Knuckles defeating Chaos 2 established how dangerous Chaos's early forms already are. And Sonic later goes on to fight an even stronger version of Chaos. This places Sonic comfortably within the same tier of combatants capable of standing against powerful supernatural entities empowered by Chaos energy. When you put all of this together, Sonic being the one responsible for destroying the egg carrier, surviving its collapse and fall from it, clashing head-on with Knuckles and being sent flying without serious injury, it becomes clear that Sonic's durability is extremely high. Sonic can endure arena-level combat against superhuman opponents, survive massive impacts and explosions, and continue fighting without being overwhelmed. So while Sonic is often remembered purely for his speed, Sonic Adventure makes it clear that he's also incredibly tough. He isn't just fast, he's durable enough to survive battles against massive war machines. When it comes to Sonic's speed, it's easily one of his most defining traits. In Sonic Adventure, Sonic is capable of running up walls, across ceilings, and along steep slopes with complete ease, showing extreme level of speed, balance, and momentum control for beyond normal physics. This movement isn't limited by gravity in the way most characters are. He can maintain full speed even in environments where it shouldn't be possible. As the game progresses, Sonic unlocks the Lightspeed Dash, a technique that allows him to move at incredible speeds using Chaos energy, rapidly dashing along trails of rings faster than the eye can track. While this technique isn't casual free movement at light speed, it does demonstrate that Sonic can reach relativistically near light speed bursts when empowered by Chaos energy, especially in traversal and combat situations. Sonic's speed reaches its absolute peak during the final battle against Perfect Chaos. Perfect Chaos is an entity powerful enough to flood the entire city of Station Square, causing large-scale destruction across the environment. To stand against a threat like this, Sonic transforms into Super Sonic using the Chaos Emeralds. In this form, Sonic gains the ability to fly. His strength and speed increase dramatically, and he operates on a completely different level compared to his base form. While fighting Perfect Chaos, Super Sonic is able to dodge Chaos' massive laser beam attacks, reacting and maneuvering around energy-based beams fired across the battlefield. Reacting to and avoiding these attacks mid-combat further demonstrates that Super Sonic's reaction speed is at least light speed, if not faster, since he's able to perceive, respond, and evade these attacks in real time while airborne. Super Sonic ultimately defeats Perfect Chaos, an enemy capable of flooding and destroying an entire city. This places Super Sonic in the city level range for strength and durability, with light speed to potentially faster than light reactions. Base Sonic, while not operating at this level, still remains at a high tier superhuman with extreme speed, durability, and combat ability well beyond normal opponents. And remember, this is Sonic Adventure 1 Sonic. Now, if I did miss any other crazy things that I should know about, please let me know so I can correct it.
So, when everything is finally laid out, the speed, the strength, their ability, and the abilities, the answer becomes clear. Sonic, especially as Super Sonic, is an absolute powerhouse. He is fast enough to react to light speed attacks, strong enough to defeat a city-destroying threat like Perfect Chaos, and durable enough to survive battles against massive machines and superpowered beings. In a straight fight, Sonic overwhelms most opponents to raw stats alone, but Majora isn't a straight fight. Majora doesn't rely on speed or physical strength. He relies on control. He warps reality, manipulates minds, creates entire worlds, and sets win conditions that don't care how fast or strong his opponent is. While Sonic can outrun attacks and overpower enemies, he has no reliable way to counter Majora's spatial manipulation, mind hacks, or the looming threat of the moon crashing down and erasing everything. That's the key difference between these two. Sonic wins through power, Majora wins through inevitability. And in full lore, without divine countermeasures like the fierce deity mask, Sonic simply doesn't have the tools needed to permanently put Majora down. So in the end, while Super Sonic dominates in the raw combat ability, Majora's reality warping nature gives him the edge, and that's why in a full power lore matchup, Majora takes the win.
If you guys did enjoy the video, please do to subscribe, and we'll be back with more content. Suggest anything that you want. If we got anything wrong, let me know. And yeah, have a nice one.